Hey guys, and welcome to my channel Times But a Window. Today we are going to be reviewing one of my global games. So here on the top left you can see that my current rank is Global Elite. And with that, let's begin. As for extra details about the game, I hadn't played for about a week, so this was a pretty good little warm-up game, and even though my aim started off a little bit rusty, it got pretty good towards the end. Other than that, I was also playing with Wob instead of solo queuing, W-O-B, and I haven't played with him since Source, so that was nice being able to see how he adapted to this game. Now, as usual on this map, as you guys probably know from the stream, I'll take pretty much any position, whatever someone else doesn't want to take. And how it turned out is it seemed that I was going to be the B player this game. One major area of concern I noticed in my own playstyle this game is I was just not able to use my ump, which is usually one of my better weapons. Here you can see they're pinching me from middle, and as they come into the site, I'm just not able to connect with any shot. This ends up costing us the round and quite possibly the next one. The round after that, however, they seem to be working out middle, and my teammate calls it and is able to kill one, and I actually come out to help him, and I'm able to flank one of the guys that is putting pressure on him. After that, I'm able to retrieve this AWP, and the rest of the round is pretty much history. The next round gets a little bit complicated as my teammate gets picked watching tunnels, which means I need to now pay attention to tunnels and middle, and I end up getting pinched from both sides. I try to minimize this by smoking off the tunnel so that he's scared to push through, and meanwhile I just try to hold door and window. The problem is that even though it does give me a little bit of an advantage and I'm able to get the first two picks, a third guy does kill me from middle. That puts me on another save round, and I do buy up a deagle and I'm able to get a pick in lower B tunnels. After that I try to take the site with my teammates, but I'm not able to get very far. On the next round we make our way over towards the B site again, but our mid guy goes down again and we do get pinched from middle again. Luckily it's just the one guy at first, and even though he does take down my teammate, I'm able to take him out. That's when things go bad for me, as they decide to barrel into the B site, and I'm not able to hit this guy in the back of sight. Then I try to watch the doors and just try to get this cheeky kill on the guy pushing up, but he actually kills me. Of course, it wouldn't be Counter-Strike without shit-talking. It was at that moment I realized what I had to do. Whereas before, my only goal was to warm up. I didn't really care if I was going to win or lose this game. But it was at this moment that this game started to matter to me, and I needed to win this game. That being said, things weren't looking too good, as we were losing 2-5 and we were on eco, so I decided to buy up a deagle and see what I could do. I pushed my way into the tunnels and slowly made my way towards lower when a guy popped up. Now I found myself with an AK, but my teammate really wanted it, so I figured what the hell and gave it to him. I was hoping that I'd just get a couple more 1-digs anyways. It wasn't long before my teammate went down, so I decided to double back and go back through tunnels to pick up that AK again. On the next round they were able to take the A site, leaving me and my teammate in a 2v4. I worked my way around over towards long trying to get a better angle, but I wasn't able to do too much, only taking down one before I died. With the score now being 3-6, I made my way back to my trusty deagle to see what I could do with it. Luckily my teammate was able to finish off this kill, giving me an AK. Now I found myself in a 2v1 with an AK, full health, and having armor still. Winning that round, I shifted the entire money system, and all of a sudden I was making my way back over to the B site with an AWP while they were on save. After that, some action was coming from middle, so I rotated over to see if I could help. On the next round, they rushed long A, and I tried to rotate over and pick them on the cross, but they smoked it off, giving me a small shot to hit. Eventually, I found myself trying to retake the site from Catwalk as my teammate tried to go up the A ramp. With all the pressure happening at A, I decided to start playing middle so that I'd have a quicker rotation. This also seemed to catch the other team off guard, as we hadn't been playing an AWP in middle the entire game. Now with 7 rounds, momentum really seemed to be building on our side.
I'm throwing smoke.
This leads us to the final round of the first half, where something really embarrassing happened. You see, as I was holding middle here with an AWP, my teammate was sitting in CT spawn. Now, at one point he was watching towards middle, just in case someone did push through that smoke, but then he turned his attentions towards long, and a guy just snuck right out. And with the loss of that round, the first half was over. And even though the score was 8-7, I did feel like we had momentum on our side now. That leads us to the pistol round of the second half. Now, our main objective is just to take Catwalk and eventually take A, but since we get the picks in middle and really take down everyone, all of a sudden we find ourselves in a pretty good situation, and I chase the final guy. Now I'm back to using my trusty ump, which I haven't been able to hit anything with today, and I get taken down, and we end up losing the second round again. Well, I guess back to using the deagle. On the next round I decide to do the same thing, but then I get surrounded by the cavalry. Dun 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 dun. Finally able to afford, the next round started off pretty well with me being able to leg the guy crossing. Then I made my way over towards middle and told my teammate not to peek so that I could peek it with my AWP, but he did anyways and he went down, so I got him on the re-peek. After killing the mid guy, we note the B guy is very low on health because I did leg him, so we decided to redirect back over to the B site. Problem is, even though we get control of it, I do have an AWP and I hate planning with one just because it leaves you open for so long trying to switch back to it. So I just try to plant behind the double boxes and my teammate holds the door. After getting that kill, this leaves me in a 1v1 and I'm fairly confident, but then I miss a pretty easy shot, and as I'm trying to get away, he ends up killing me through the box. Well, that puts me back on save. Come here, trusty Deagle, let's see what we can do. Well, in all honesty, we do nothing, but my teammates are still able to take the site, and I'm able to pick up this AK and kill this guy in CT spawn. Well, back to doing what I do best, picking middle with an AWP on Dust 2. Sadly, it's not enough and we end up losing the round anyways. The next round doesn't go any better. Hey, look, another mid pick. After that, my teammates and I make our way out long, where a guy is actually sitting in the smoke, and he's completely distracting us, and we're all trying to shoot him through the smoke. But a guy in A site actually shoots me in the leg through the smoke, and we redirect back towards B. Once in, I peek an off angle towards CT spawn and are able to pick off one of the CTs rotating over. On the next round, we once again take A long, and my only real job is to make sure no one pushes up A ramp and flanks them, so I don't really see anyone. Knowing that a Star Wars spin-off movie was coming out tonight, I decided to use my force powers to shoot this guy through the smoke. My team exploited that kill and decided to take the B site, knowing that they didn't have anyone playing it after that. Now, while these guys held the tunnels and kept us from rotating out that way, we were able to rotate out through middle, where we spotted a guy, and my teammate tried to chase him down, but for some reason he didn't realize that he went over to the left side of the door, even though we were screaming it on the mic. The next round was pretty easy, as we decided to split A. The only problem was the bomb was dropped outside of long, so once we did take control of the site, we had to make our way all the way over towards long, and there was a slight tense moment where we had to pick it up and bring it back. The next round was all Mosquito. Basically, he just solo took B, and as we were rotating over, he finished off the round. The next round had the most satisfying moment of the entire game. After all, it was his shit talking that got me motivated. And now that he was gone from the game, I felt like we had already won. Still though, the score was 15-13, and all we needed was one round, so I decided to pick middle and see what I could do. Now, as I was pushing up middle, my teammate spotted a guy go to big box and mid, so I pulled my nade and threw it and was able to actually kill him as he was running away. Before I knew it, I was making my way into the B site, and to my surprise, it was completely clear, but I didn't know if there was a guy behind the double box. Because of that, we ended up losing that round. That guy just saved it for his entire team. That being said, we still had one more chance, and I wasn't going to squander it, not with it being this close, not with us coming back so far.
Watching status.
After getting this pick in middle, we hightailed it back over to the B site. After getting that pick, we discussed what to do for a moment before deciding to push into the site. Now we had full access to the site. All we had to do was plant the bomb and wait for rotations. And with those final 2 kills, it was over. Not only did we win the game, we also had made that one guy rage quit who was talking shit in the first half. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed.